Donna Gray, and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Scenic Rim in Queensland, coming to you live on Wednesday morning, the 17th of July, 2024. Lovely to be here. I'm super excited to be crafting with you all again this morning. I missed you all yesterday. It seems strange when I have a day that I don't do a live video, but I actually had a lovely day. I had a Stampin' Up luncheon that I went to, so it was really great to gather together with other Stampin' Up demonstrators from around the Brisbane area, so the Queensland area. So it was super, super fun. We had a great day, chatted a lot, had a lot of fun, met new people. It's really amazing how sometimes you don't know people that live like really close to you or right near you. So it was a great day had by all. So it was super fun. All right, so I have a great card for you today. Now, I wanted to showcase, I've been having a lot of people asking me, what type of cards do you make in your creative card club? How does it all work? What do I get for my money? So I wanted to showcase, I'm going to actually make one of the cards that we do for Creative Card Club for this month. Now, unfortunately, Creative Card Club is closed for this month, but you can definitely get in for next month. And I haven't decided on the paper or the stamp set yet for next month, but I will be making that decision probably today. So welcome. I can see quite a few of you are jumping on. Lovely to see you. Catching me first time live, Lorraine, for the week. So, well, I've only been live one day this week. This is the second day, so you just missed me live on Monday. I wasn't live yesterday at all. So, but as I said, I had a lovely day with some Stampin' Up demos that are from the Brisbane area. So around the Brisbane area and as far out as Gympie. Yeah, there was some lovely people that I met. So it was really, really, it's always great fun to meet other demonstrators that are in your area. Okay, so just a couple of things I want to talk about just before we get started. So, of course, we've only got a couple of days left for the August Country Lace scrapbooking workshop to register. So if you're interested in registering for my scrapbook workshop, then please make sure you jump on. You can scan that QR code there on the screen. If you are up to date with technology and you want to scan the QR code, you can do that. Now, the August Country Lace scrapbooking workshop, there is two different levels. There is the beginner level, and that beginner level gives you one double page layout and all the supplies to be able to do one double page layout. I will be using the Country Lace Designer Series paper. I'm also going to be using the Changing Leaves bundle, which is an absolutely stunning bundle, but that's what we're going to be stamping with and embellishing with. You will actually get a sheet of, in the beginner one, you'll get a sheet of the saying something ephemera pack. You will get one sheet of those, and they have some lovely headings. Hey, Anne, lovely to see you. They have some lovely headings and some little tags with sayings and things on it. So it's a really great ephemera pack for scrapbooking. Now, if you want to get the mega kit is definitely the way to go. You get a full pack of the Country Lace Designer Series paper. You get a full pack of 12 by 12 neutrals cardstock. You get a full pack of 12 by 12 basic white cardstock. You get all of the templates. I do 3 double page layouts. You get photo placement mats. So your photo placement guides, so that you can pop your photo placement guides when you're actually creating your double page layout, and you can pop your photos in later on, but it just shows you, so they're placement mats, so it shows you where you can embellish and do all your stamping and things with the guide without having to worry about getting fingerprints on your photos and things. So the placement guides are great. So I do 3 double page layouts every month in my scrapbook workshops. And I can tell you the excitement about the scrapbooking workshops is going through the roof. So it'll be really, really exciting when we start to see some of the scrapbooking products that we're able to purchase, hopefully coming September. I'm hoping they come in September, but we will see. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about is I have my August card buffet. So my card buffet, I had to move it because I am actually exhibiting at the Toowoomba Craft Alive show. So if you're in the Toowoomba area or anywhere, or you're thinking about going to Toowoomba to the Craft Alive event, it's a 3-day crafting event, which is really, really awesome. It's where we all exhibit from different paper companies, paper craft companies. There's sewing, there's lots of stuff. It's not just paper craft, but it's a really great thing. So if you are living anywhere near the Toowoomba area and think that you may want to come to Craft Alive, it's a great girls' getaway. There's stands will have make and take projects and classes and things. So please make sure you check me out at the Toowoomba Craft Alive. So I had to change my August card buffet. Sorry, that was on a bit of a tangent there. I got a bit waylaid, but my August card buffet was put down for the 24th of August, which was the Saturday, but unfortunately I'm going to be at the Craft Alive. So I had to move it to the Sunday before the Craft Alive. So it's actually going to be on Sunday, the 18th of August. Now, this is an in-person event, and I can honestly tell you, I have people that travel from north of Brisbane, Ipswich, Gold Coast, you name it. I have people that travel from everywhere for these card buffets, because they're a super fun social event. They cost $50. You create 8 cards, and I do all the hard work for you. I do all the die cutting. I do all of the card base and layer cutting. I do everything, embossed layers, everything. All you have to do is stamp and assemble. So I can honestly tell you, for a beginner, total beginner at crafting, these card buffets are definitely what you need to come and attend, because a lot of the hard work is done and you don't have to have a lot of concentration as far as learning new skills, because all you've got to do is stamp and assemble. So it is a really, really easy, fun social event. Like, that's more or less what it is. I put on a light lunch. We have tea and coffee and snacks, and I can tell you it is a super, super fun social day hanging out with crafty people. Now, I do have limited space. I can only take up to 15 people at my card buffets, and I can tell you it's already booking. I only released it not yesterday, the day before, released the registration, and I can honestly tell you people are jumping in and registering straight away. So if you're interested, please scan that QR code if you want to register for my card buffet. The link is in the show more box down below on YouTube, and it's also in the description of the video. The next thing I wanted to talk to you about is my 2-day craft retreat. Of course, the 2-day craft retreat, as I said, we have an accommodation situation. So please make sure you check your accommodation before registering, that you definitely have a room booked. I can tell you the NLE Motel has rooms available. He won't allow me to book out the rooms for my retreat ladies. So if you are interested, check with the NLE Motel first, because I think he would definitely have some vacancies there. But don't forget, it is the most popular retreat that I have in the whole year. It is a Christmas crafting retreat. We will not only be making Christmas cards, we will probably make tags. We might make an ornament. I don't know. We're going to make some different things. So you don't want to miss out on this Christmas paper craft retreat. I can tell you it's going to be super, super awesome. Scan the QR code there to register on the screen, or you can always jump on to the links in the show more box down below or in the description of the video. You can also go over to my website, which is stampingwithdonnag.com, and you will find all of the classes and events that I have happening over there that you'll be able to register for. And the only other thing I want to say is the Glass Mat Studio is still available, so make sure you jump on. If you have been procrastinating about whether you want to get that Glass Mat Studio, by all means jump online and grab that Glass Mat Studio. Any orders will help me achieve my sales goal. I'm trying to achieve 300,000 CSV for my career to date, and I want to try and do it by the end of September. So I would really appreciate any online sales. You can scan the QR code there on the screen. The other one up in the top corner is a direct link straight to my online store. Any orders that go towards from my online store will help me try to achieve that sales goal. And we have worked it out. It's nearly $500,000 in dollar value. CSV is what we work in, because if it's an American-based company, and because it's an American-based company, of course, it's $300 over, sorry, 300,000 over there in their dollars. But for us, it would equate to nearly $500,000. It's about 400 and something thousand dollars. So that's a lot of stamps, paper, and ink, don't you think? So, so I would love for anyone, any small orders, large orders, whatever, all go towards helping me achieve that sales goal. And as you see, you can shop with me there. You can scan that QR code. That will open up my online store, and it will actually help you try and make a decision of some of the things. How much do I have to go? I have about just under 7,000 CSV to go. Just under 7,000 CSV to go. So I'm getting there. So as I said, any orders, please scan that QR code, jump onto my online store. If you need envelopes, if you need glue, scissors, anything, please, please help me achieve that sales goal. Okay, let's get to crafting, because that's what we're all here for. Now, the other thing is too, if you're from overseas and you can't order from me, you can always shout me a coffee. You can always scan that QR code if you love what I do and my free crafting that I bring you daily, 5 days a week. Please scan that QR code and you can shout me a coffee. So that's for my international followers. So you can come back to this stream at any time later on, the replay, and you can come back to this section where it says that, and you can support my live stream. So thank you for everyone that supports me. I absolutely love the support and the friendship that I've made through sharing my love of crafting. All right, so I just want to show you now what you actually get in your kit for Creative Card Club this month. So as I said, it changes up every month. So you will get a quarter pack of designer series paper. So this month it's the Wildly Flowering designer series paper that we're using. So we have these gorgeous patterns that we're using. We have all of the cardstock that you need to make 8 cards. So I normally design 4 cards and you make 2 of each. Now, I used to put envelopes in there, and I apologize because of postage going up, prices of things going up. I will not be including envelopes in my Creative Card Club because I don't want to put the price of your Creative Card Club up. I want to keep it at the same price. So the only thing I could do that wouldn't affect you too much is taking out the envelope. So that would help me with the price changes of the postage. Postage seems to be going up every time we turn around. You will get a full pack of the embellishments, and the embellishments are the adhesive backed Pearl Trio will be in this kit. You will also get a length of this gorgeous iridescent trim. So it is beautiful. It goes with absolutely anything. The iridescent trim is definitely a staple that you would need in your craft room because you can put it on any card. I mean, you all know me. I'm the bow lady from Bow Desert, and I can tell you it ties beautiful bows and it goes with any crafting that you are doing because it will just simply pick up the colors in your crafting, in whatever paper you're using, whatever cardstock you're using. It will simply pick up the colors and just go with it. So it is definitely a staple in my craft room. I can tell you I use bucket loads of it. So that's actually more or less what you get. Plus you get a full PDF tutorial printed and in your kit. So it comes with the printed PDF. So you don't have to worry if you're not a computer person and you think, how am I going to access the PDF? Because I know that I have a lot of my customers and a lot of my class people that don't want to print a PDF themselves. And I understand that. So I do all the printing for you as well. So I print out your PDF and I pop it in your kit with it. It all comes in a cello bag, protected for the weather. So it doesn't matter what the weather is when it comes to delivering your parcel. It will all be in a cello bag wrapped. So it will be protected from the weather as well. So it is a super, super fun thing to be a part of. It's a rolling subscription club. So it means that once you subscribe, your payment automatically comes out every month. So I always tell people what the stamp set's going to be. That's always on the bottom of your PDF, and it's always in the emails that I send out, letting you know what the next one's going to be, what paper we're going to be using, what ink colors we're going to be using, and also what stamp set we're going to be using. So today we're actually going to be using the Wildflower Designs stamp set that goes with all of this. The suite is actually not available at the moment, and I just want to double check and see what it is that's not available in the suite. so that you can so that I can actually tell you what's not available, because there's something that's not available, so you can't get the whole suite. But I'm just going to check the inventory status report so that I can tell you what it actually is that's missing out of it. Okay, so oh, it was on the low inventory. It's not now. It's all good. It's available. So when I checked the other day, oh no, yeah, it's available. So it's all good. When I checked the other day, it was this suite was not available, but is available now. Well, I think it is. Let me check. I jumped onto the online store. Wildly. Oh no, it is. It's available. Okay. Well, earlier on I checked and it wasn't available, but it is available. So everything's available. So that's all good. Doesn't matter. There is no restrictions. You can get everything that's in this. So it's good. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to create one of my cards, one of the 4 cards that the ladies will be doing. Now, I do this as an in-person class, and I also do it as an online component. So the $50 includes your postage to get your kit sent out to you. So you get a quarter pack of paper, you get the cardstock, you get a full pack of embellishments, you get a length of the ribbon, and you get the PDF tutorial, all for that $50 delivered to your doorstep. All right. So can we see me in the corner? You all like putting me in the corner. It's something that I always forget. But someone will always remind me to actually put myself down in the corner, because you all like to see my face down in the corner. There I am. All right. So whenever you get your kits, this is another thing that I want to tell people. So whenever you get your kits, whenever there is basic white thick, I always put the basic white thick right on the very bottom of the cardstock pack. Okay. So even in my retreats, everything I do, I always put the basic white thick on the very bottom of your card pack. So if you're in my Creative Card Club, these kits will not be going out until probably midway through next week. I always get them out by about the 25th. So we're only at the 17th today. So probably the end of next week, these will be going out. But your basic white thick is always on the bottom. Okay. So whenever you're thinking, which one is my thick, which one is the regular basic white? So the regular basic white I always put in the middle of the cardstock pack. The thick I always put on the bottom. So I wanted to remind you that it's going to be on the bottom. All right. So the first thing what we're going to do now, I have all the cutting measurements in the PDF. When you get your kit will come with all the cutting measurements and everything ready to go. So we're going to cut that at 5 3/4 by 8 inches, and that is going to be our card base. Okay. Then we are going to use some of the crumb cake is going to be another layer that we're going to do. And I do apologize. In my kit here, I've got 2 little card-based crumb cakes, but you will get a full sheet of crumb cake. All right. So I'm actually going to do that one at 5 1/4 by 3 1/2, which is that. Okay. Pop that aside. All right, so we've got 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. I'm then going to do some Misty Moonlight. We're going to do at 5 1/8 by 3 3/8. So let me get my Misty Moonlight. So 5 1/8. Actually, I've probably got some in here. Have I? I don't have to cut up this full sheet. Do I or don't I? There's some. Okay, I'm going to cut up this. Instead of cutting up that full sheet, I'm going to cut up this one. Okay. All right. So what did I say? 3 3/8. So 3 3/8. That's correct. Yep. 3 3/8 by 5 1/8. Now that's going to give me just a layered up piece that's going to go on the front here. Okay. And then of course we're actually going to emboss that layer with an embossing folder. So bear with me while I just go and grab an embossing folder. I'm going to use my cute, it's my favorite one at the moment, my 3D crochet embossing folder. So we're just going to grab that. We're going to pop that one in. Now, as I said, we have, this is a 3D embossing folder, and I always stress to people how to use embossing folders, because it's really important to protect our embossing folders and make sure that we don't ruin the embossing folder by a lack of knowledge of how to use them. So I'm going to grab my cut and emboss machine. Okay, now when we're using our 3D embossing folder, we're going to use our base plate number 1. So this one here, it tells us on our plates exactly what combination we're going to need to use. It says here, using with 3D embossing folders. It tells you the base plate, it tells your embossing folder, and really, really important, you can see where the fold is going through your machine. And the really important thing is to make sure you put that grey embossing plate on top of your embossing folder. Do not ever, ever run your embossing folders through like that with nothing on top, okay? So we're going to pop that one on there. We're also going to pop that embossing plate on the top, and we're going to run that through. Now we're only going to run it through one way. We had our fold going through our machine first. So you can see here, this is where our fold is. We had that going through our machine first. We only run it through the machine. We do not run it backwards. Okay, never wind it backwards, and only wind it through that once and have your fold going through that machine. And there we have a gorgeous embossed layer. Okay, all right, so we've got that. Let's pop that aside, and I'll come back to that in a little while. All right, so we have those pieces there. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I want to cut this cute frame out of my crumb cake. Now I'm just going to see if that's going, and that is going to cut out of the middle of that. Okay, so we're conserving cardstock here. It's going to cut out of the middle of that one. So I'm going to bring back in my cut and emboss, but this time we're going to use the cutting combination, so we can check that on our plate as well. So the cutting combination it has here, we're going to have base plate number 1, which is this one. We're going to have a thin die adapter, which is this one, number 2. We're going to have a number 3, which it actually is numbered here, number 3. And mine has lots and lots of cuts in it because I use it all the time. There's nothing wrong with this. That's actually how, oh, thanks, Faith. That's actually how it's going to look when it's well loved. And you know what? Being well loved just means that you've enjoyed your crafting. All right, so then we're going to pop our cardstock on with our die with the cutting blades down. So if you haven't embossed before, if you don't know what an embossing machine is, as you can see, we can dry emboss and we can change the pattern, and it puts like a pattern on our material, a pattern on our cardstock, a little bit like the pattern on a material, okay? So if you're someone that does sewing, and you have those gorgeous materials that have that pattern ingrained in them, that's what dry embossing is on our cardstock. Now, with our dies, we have these metal dies, and these are designed that when they're put through a machine with pressure, they're actually going to cut the cardstock. Now, this is the cutting side. So anytime that you see the side, so normally the side that's not cutting is smooth, okay? So there's nothing on there, is smooth. This is the cutting side, but as you can see, you can't cut your fingers on it, okay? So the reason why I say that, you can't actually cut your fingers on it, but it has these little grooves that when it is squashed between the plates with the pressure of the machine, it actually cuts your cardstock in that shape. So what we're going to do is we want to have that shape cut out. So we're going to pop that with the cutting blade going down into the cardstock and another number 3 plate over the top, and we're just going to run that through. Now, when you're cutting, you can run your cutting back through the other way. It's not going to hurt it, okay? Especially when you've got intricate designs, you can actually run it back through the other way, and it will help run it through and have a bit more pressure. But as you can see, we are now going to have this little frame here. We are also going to have this that we'll have left over. So we'll pop that aside. And then we have our little frame. Now I tap it on my machine and there you go. You've got your gorgeous little frame. Okay. All right. And this we're going to keep because that's our layer that's going to go under that embossed layer that we just did. All right. So let's pop that aside. And I'll pop my die back on. Now, in case you haven't seen this, this is my little handy dandy die holder, okay? Now, when you're creating with your dies, this is a great little project to make. It actually stands up on your desk and holds your dies. So I actually use it all the time. I have it sitting over here with my dies on it ready to go. So I've just taken the dies out of the Wildflower designs and popped it on here. Now, I do have a video for this. So if you want to look on my YouTube channel, there is a video how to make this little die holder. I have done a video because it was by popular demand. Everyone wanted to know how to make it. So I actually did a video on it showing you how to make it. They are super easy and they are fantastic for a gift for people. I'm just wondering whether I can find, I might be able to find that die holder on my YouTube channel, and I'll just drop the link in the comments for you. Just bear with me until I grab my, okay, let me search for, why is it not, search my channel, die holder. Whoops, I can't even spell die holder. Okay, there we go. That's it, and I will grab the, whoa, I'm on YouTube and I don't want to do that. I'm just going to grab the link. Let me grab the link here. Copy the link. Okay, let's just do that. I will pop that in the comments for you. So that is actually the link to the video that shows you how to make that little die holder, just for your information. I know that everyone loved it. So check it out. Go over there, check it out. Daryl said it's a great little invention. He's made 3 of them. Yep, exactly. All right. So now I want to actually cut some basic white. I'm going to cut another. So with my basic white, let me grab, I'll just grab this little piece here. I'm going to cut some basic white, and I'm also going to cut some of the designer series paper as well. So I want to use, I think that's going to work. Yes, it is. So I'm going to cut that one out of basic white. I'll fit it up in there. I'm going to cut that one out of basic white. It's going to give us a basic white frame as well, but that's totally okay. And then I'm going to cut this one out of our designer series paper. So we're going to take one of the blue toned papers. I think I'm going to take that one there. Okay. And we're going to cut, we're just going to line it up somewhere where we've got this really nice, cute flower. We might even do that where we've got most of the 2 flowers. So I'm just going to bring in my cut and emboss machine again, and I will cut those out. So first of all, I'll cut the white one out. So the white one, more or less what I'm doing with this white one is I'm really just cutting the white one out to get that white. Oh, you needed one, Valerie? Well, I'm glad. Yeah, just jump on over to that video after this live video and you will see it. So I actually want this white piece out of there. I don't need that at the moment, but we will keep it. And then I'm going to run this one through and we're going to get that cute flower design down the bottom there. Okay. And the paper is cut at 6 by 6, so it's at the right width to be able to go through your large embossing machine. So I've done that. How you get the quarter pack is, yeah, you actually get it 6 by 12. Okay, so we've got that gorgeous piece there. Okay, now I'll pop that aside. I will put my dies back onto my die holder, which is fantastic. And then it's good. You don't lose your dies, which is really, really great. Okay, so we needed this piece underneath that piece, like so. Okay, so let's start assembling this together. So we don't need that piece either at the moment. All right, so let's fold our card base in half. Have I cut that card base right? Yes, I have. I don't know why. It just looked a little bit wider this morning to normal. Oh, you're working, Sandra. No worries. Okay. Yeah, Daryl actually made it bigger. Yep. You can actually make the width larger. If you want to make the width larger, it's a good idea. I do have another one that I have made larger. The only difference is I had to do it smaller for the simple fact that, oh no, it's over here. I've got this one. It's larger, this one here. So you can see I've got this one and then I've got this one. Now, the difference between these, the larger one is good because it gives you, yeah, exactly, Valerie. Valerie is saying that she loves the replay on YouTube because she can pause it and replay it when you're not certain what you're doing. So this one I did larger. I did this one in the video. I'm nearly positive I did this one in the video. The reason that I didn't do this one this size was because this was a retreat project and they only had 6x6 paper. So I had to do it at this size because of the size paper. Actually, no, hang on. Let me see what size this one is. No, this is 6 1/4 inches. I think we did it. Yeah. Anyway, you can make them wider. You can just rearrange the measurements if you wanted to make it wider. All right. I'm going to now adhere this embossed piece to our layer. Yeah, you don't need the dish because and the beauty of it is too. So Valerie was saying that she was going to go to the hardware store and get one of those magnetic dishes. They're great, but the beauty of these is you can have them like displaying on your desk there, and you can just like when you look at this, you can just pick them off and use them. So because it's actually on your desk and displaying them on upright like that, it's really good. When they're in a dish, you got to dish in the dish, like you got to dive into the dish to get them out. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap some ribbon around this. So I'm going to grab ooh, I don't think I have my Seal Plus in here. That's a worry. I don't. Okay, so I don't have my Seal Plus in here. We will just make do with double-sided tape. I don't normally do this. I normally use Seal Plus, but my Seal Plus is not in my craft room at the moment. I'm assuming the Seal Plus is out in my craft studio where I was packing the scrapbooking kits for the month. Okay, so I'm just going to, instead, I would normally use Seal Plus. I'm just going to use tear and tape. This is to adhere my ribbon on the back. So normally I would use tear and tape. Normally I would use Seal Plus, but because it's not here at the moment, I'm just going to use my tear and tape. So tear and tape will do the same thing, and it's what I used to use before Seal Plus came out. So I'm just going to take the backings off that, and I'm going to be able to stick my ribbon into that. All right. So I'm just going to wrap the ribbon around. I'm going to put the ribbon sort of right in the middle of this layer going around. So like so. Is it on the kitchen bench? Maybe. It's not. It's actually out in my craft studio. So I know it's not on the... Oh, and I found my sharp scissors. They were on the kitchen bench. All right. Now I'm going to adhere that with some dimensionals. I'm glad I found my sharp scissors. I should tie a ribbon around those and let me know that they're the good scissors to cut the ribbon with. That was lovely cutting the ribbon. I'm going to be known for that kitchen bench, aren't I? If you can see my kitchen bench at the moment, I can tell you it's not a pretty sight because I've got myself into another little crafty thing that I'm enjoying, and it's a little bit like my relaxation away from Stampin' Up. My relaxation, I've got myself into sublimation. And I can tell you, I've been sublimating mugs and things, and I'm waiting for a heat press to arrive to start sublimating on some t-shirts. But yeah, sometimes I get a bit of a tangent and I start doing something and I get so involved in it. And you know how when you have a hobby, well, it's a little bit like our stamping, we want to make sure that we have everything, don't we? Like maybe Theo stole them. We want to make sure that we have everything. So I'm a little bit like that with my sublimation at the moment. I'm like, oh my God, now I need this. Oh my God, now I need that. So I'm continuously buying more products to have fun with my sublimation. So okay, so now I'm going to adhere this. Whoops, to Daisy. I'm going to stand up and do this because I like to stand up and get myself all organized. So I've got a bigger border on this. So I'm going to see more of my white around the outside to what I normally would. So I've cut it down an extra 1/4 of an inch to what I would normally do my first layer so that it really gets that white card base to stand out. Now we are also going to pop this gorgeous layer around. And this is just going to frame these couple of pieces here. So can you see that? It's all going to work together. It's all going to frame together. But I'm going to adhere the frame down onto the card front, and then I'm going to pop up the rest because popping up the rest just gives it that 3D look. All right. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to pop some glue around this frame, just like that. And then I'm going to place that frame just over the top. I am going to take it, I'm going to take it over towards this side here so that I have room for my bow over here. You know me and my bow. Okay, I'm going to take a block and I'm going to set a block on that so that that will keep that glue all sorted and ready to go. All right, so for these pieces here, I'm going to pop this one up with some dimensionals. And I just remembered for all my Instagram people, I forgot to go live, but there we go. We will go live for them now. All right, so I'm going to pop some dimensionals on the back of here. So I do apologize for all of my Instagram viewers. I have now popped go live. I forgot about that. But anyway, it's there now. All right. So I'm just going to take the backing off there. Hey, Colleen, catching me live. Welcome. All right. Please feel free to share this video to your friends. Grab the link, share it, invite them over, tell them to come and craft with us because we like hanging out with crafty people. So I'm just going to pop that down onto that like so. And then that is going to be popped up in the center of that frame. Now, using dimensionals, I feel really elevates your crafting. I know some people, whoops, and I've mucked up there where I'm putting my dimensionals, but and we'll pop one in the middle. This one here should have been in the middle, but anyway, I wasn't watching what I was doing. Sublimation is fun and very creative. You have the heat press, mug press, and hat press. Well, I haven't got the hat press. I've got the mug press. I've got the heat press coming because I got a really, really good deal on an automatic heat press, which is really nice. I'd been looking at them and they were super, super nice. And I just found one that was a really good deal. So I grabbed that the other day. Okay, so we're just going to pop that in the center of that frame like so. Okay, I'll clean up these. And now we're going to stamp a sentiment to go on here. And I'm going to grab the stamp set. So we haven't done a lot of stamping here yet. This has all been die cutting. So you can see here, the dies are the star of the show. And I mean, the stamps are gorgeous too, but the dies are just really, really, could I do a demo for you? Well, you never know. I could. Do you want to see some of the things I've been doing? So I'll show you. Oh, wow, that looks really dirty. Let's get a cleaner block out. So let's do sending happy thoughts. I think that's a great idea for a sentiment. So I'm just going to do the sentiment on the bottom here, and I'll use my little handy dandy paper trimmer to trim that off. I'm going to use my Misty Moonlight ink. And I'm going to ink that up, and I'm going to stamp that right down the bottom here on that scrap. Sending happy thoughts. Yes, please. All right. I'll just go and grab 2 of my mugs. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'll show you, first of all, I'll show you on on my phone. I'll show you a video that I took of one of the mugs that I made. Oh, here. So this one is one of the mugs that I made for my daughter. So that one was made for Denny. I did another one with I'm a Country Girl, very similar to that, for my eldest daughter. I used to do that, Daryl. So actually, I mean, I'm not a stranger to heat transfer vinyl. I used to do it. This was a mug I made for myself. Okay, so a design that goes all the way around. I love, love, love my mug. Okay. And then the other night I decided to do, because I'm always looking for a mug that actually fits into my, and this was what I did the other night. Now, the only thing I don't like about this, it's got this blue, this is part of the pattern, but it's got this blue part on it. I don't know why it had the blue part on it, but that's actually what I did, because I like mugs to be able to fit into my electric recliner chair, because I have one of those it's from Creative Fabrica, Daryl. So I have one of those electric recliner chairs. So I like my mug to be able to sit down in it, and I like a big coffee mug. So I found these latte mugs. This one was a little bit different to try and do because it's a tapered mug. So therefore it's totally different than doing just a straight design like this one. But yeah, and I got into like the video that I showed you there of my daughter's mug. I love, love, love all of these. I love these country images. There's some really great images, and you can even, if you have the Creative Fabrica, if you subscribe to it, you can actually even download these alphabets. So the alphabet that's sort of on that there, let me see. So those alphabet letters, you can actually download those alphabets, and you can make your own designs as well. So yeah. So anyway, I'm having a lovely time. Like honestly, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. But anyway, let's get back to card making, because that's what we're here for. All right. So I'm just gonna grab. Where did I put my little handy dandy trimmer? Oh wow! I said I was going to use my handy dandy trimmer, and oh, there it is, underneath my desk. Things disappear underneath my desk here. My trimmer is under here, but it's whether I can get my hands in under here to grab it. It's got pushed back. Hang on, I'll pull the desk out a little. Oh, can I pull the desk out a bit? No, I can't. Can I? No, I don't think I can. Yeah. No, I don't think I can. My trimmer's stuck in underneath my desk. Let me grab that out. Oh, actually. Wow. Hang on, I'll get a ruler. Maybe the ruler will help me get it out. Yes. Okay. All that just for the handy dandy trimmer. I have a desk that slides in underneath my bench and things, I don't know, I must bump them and they get pushed to the back. But anyway. All right, so let's trim this off. I think I'm going to trim it about there. Looks good. Hopefully that's, yep, that's good. Oh, thanks, Daryl. I've been having a lovely time playing with it. All right, so let's trim this one a little bit. I want to trim the bottom of it now a little bit more. Don't do this at home. I've taken the guard off my little trimmer because I like to be able to get right in with my cutting. There we go. And get it nice and close. Okay. We will put that under there again to probably fall back in there again. I should just hang it there so it can't. I've just hung the little legs over the edge so it can't get out of control. All right, so we are just going to pop that one there. So I think I want to pop it up. I mean, you all know me. If I can pop something up, why not? So I'm just going to pop some dimensionals in the middle of that. And then I will pop that up in the middle of that. What is this shape called? Is it a hexagon? I don't think it is. Don't hexagons have 8 sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I'm just going to pop that in the middle there like that. And then we are going to, I'm just cleaning up my dimensional backing so they don't get all over my floor. And I have put my garbage bin here within reach for a change. All right, so we've got that. We're going to add a bow. Lorraine says she has her guard off hers as well, and it makes it easier to see what you're doing. Exactly. When it's under that plastic guide, the first thing I did when I got that baby trimmer, I just whipped that plastic guide off straight away. I do have a little, years ago before I joined Stampin' Up, I bought a Fishka's trimmer. And it's somewhere around. I'm not quite sure where I've put that, but it's somewhere around. And it's a similar trimmer to our little baby one. Okay, so I've got my good scissors, which is great. Let's trim that off there. Okay, so we've got a cute bow ready to go on here. So I'll just grab some glue dots and we will glue that on. Now I'm going to use the gorgeous crumb cake. This here. I'm going to use it on our insert. Let's use this on the insert. So here's our insert. Now, even though I've got a white card, I always put a white insert in a white card. It's just something I do. I just feel like it finishes the card. I know some people are like, why would you bother doing a white insert when the insert's already up, when the inside of the card is already, oops, I just put that in my coffee mug instead of my glue holder. But it's just personal preference. I think it's just what I do. So I'm actually going to take one of those stamps and I'm going to take, I think I'm going to take this flower here and this little texture stamp. I'm going to stamp the flower in Misty Moonlight. I'm going to stamp the texture stamp in Crumb Cake. So let's bring in both of those. Now, I'm actually going to stamp the flower down here. I'm going to stamp a sentiment on here, sending happy thoughts. You've been on my mind. I'm going to do you've been on my mind on this. I'm hoping that it will fit on that rectangle. Yep, you've been on my mind. So I'm going to do that on there. And I'm going to do this down in the corner here. Okay, so we're going to grab a block for that one. And we're going to ink up with Misty Moonlight. There, and we're going to stamp in the middle of this. You've been on my mind. Bam, like that. Okay, this one here, we're going to ink up and we're going to stamp just down here in the corner like that. Then with our texture stamp, we are going to ink up that texture stamp. I'm going to pop a little bit of texture happening around here, like so, and another little bit here. Okay, so just to grunge up that a little bit more, that's good, like so. You may not see that very well, but it does go in there. And then I'm just going to take the texture stamp and just stamp it over my flower. So just like that, it's just to give a little bit of that crumb cake look in there. Now, of course, I'm going to use my lovely chamois that goes with my glass mat, because it's so nice that we can stamp off on that glass mat, but then use our chamois just to wipe it clean so we don't get it on any of our card. So just where I stamped off, wipe that clean with my chamois. Now, I've just put my chamois in one of these empty cases, stamp cases, and it just keeps it moist while you're working. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to adhere that to the inside. Okay, so Stacy Boo, is that Stacy Boo? Okay, so I just wanted to answer that question. So unless they do kits themselves, I mean, all the kits that I do for my stamps club and stuff is just stuff that I do in my business. But we do have the kit selection. So we do have kits that are all-inclusive kits. They're stamping kits. They're okay, yeah. So the kits that we have are just in our online store, so you can purchase them whenever you want to purchase them. But yeah, as far as you just need to look up a UK demo to see if anyone's doing something like that. I mean, if I possibly knew someone, I could direct you to it, but I don't. Any of my UK friends, I don't know of them doing kits. So, but we do have a kit section in our online store. So you could jump on, find the UK demo and jump on to the online kits and see the online kits that we have. All right. Now, I'm actually going to use some different embellishments for this because I have a class happening tomorrow and I need to use these embellishments in their class. So I can't actually use the proper embellishments, but I'm going to use some that are pretty similar. I'm going to use these ones here and they look pretty similar, but these are the blooming pearls. So you can see there's a different resemblance in them, but these ones have gold and things in them and a few different colors. But my class members will be using these. All right. Yeah. So the kit from the companies, that's what I'm saying, Stacey Boo. The kit from the companies, they do not have paper pumpkins. So I know that you've probably seen paper pumpkin and it's a subscription. They do not have paper pumpkin in the UK. They only have paper pumpkin in Canada and the US. And you are not allowed to buy, if you're in the UK, you're not allowed to buy from Canada or US. So unfortunately, it's just like us. We are not allowed, we don't have them. And and we're not allowed to buy it either. But our kit selection is really nice and you can choose whatever kits that you want to choose, You're not restricted. You can choose what you like. But yeah. And then, of course, I'm going to finish off with a little bit of Wink of Stella. You all know what I'm like. Let's finish with a bit of Wink of Stella. But a cute, easy card. As I said, using the dies and, I mean, the stamping inside, the texture stamps inside are great. But there you go. There's my card for today. Now, that's actually going to be one of my cards in my Creative Card Club for this month. So I apologize if there's people that are doing my Creative Card Club and you've now seen one of them, but that's okay. It's a sneak peek. I don't show all of them. But that's the type of cards that we make. So it's for all levels of crafters. You get to make some beautiful cards. Yeah, so... So Valerie said, question, I live in the US. Can I buy just the PDF for my card class? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And I will sell the PDF for $15 Australian. So for you in the US, that's like about, I don't know, $8 or so. It's not expensive. So $15 Australian, I will sell it. But that is only for international people. So anyone in Australia cannot buy my PDF for my classes. All right. So there you go. That is just a quick, easy card showing you this awesome Wildflower Designs bundle. It is available right now through my online store if you wanted to shop online. This is my QR code to shop with me online. So if you actually, hang on, let me see what that says. Actually, no. Let's just take that off. That's not actually the right QR code. So let's take that off. Go up there in that top corner there and click on the shop online if you want to shop online. But as I said, any of the items are available in my online store right now. So if you wanted to purchase the Wildly Flowering bundle, then by all means, go ahead, and that will help me achieve my sales goal that I'm trying to hit. So, yeah, so Valerie, you will have to just I'll have to send you a PayPal link. That's the only way that you can do it. You can pay through PayPal. That's the only way I can do it. But you'll have to send me an email. So I'll just pop my email up here so that you know what my email address is. There's my email. I'll pop it down on the bottom there, bejeweled01@gmail.com. Flick me an email, and I won't put them up on my online store because then other Australians will want to buy it. Sorry, and for Australians, they have to purchase my class to be able to get access to it, and it's because it's an exclusive class just to my subscribers. So, oh yeah, Michelle last. I forgot, Stacey. Michelle's lovely. Yes. Yes. I mean, I would have said Liz Yule, but Liz Yule has just resigned from Stamping Up because she's got she's got some health issues. So sadly Liz has left us. But Michelle, definitely. Michelle's lovely. Definitely. All right. Well, thank you very much for hanging out with me. I will be back here. I won't be back tomorrow because I have a class tomorrow morning. I might try and jump on tomorrow afternoon. I will pop a post up anyway if I can. I have a class tomorrow morning because I have my creative card class tomorrow morning. So I won't be live tomorrow morning. I apologize. But I will try and jump on if I get a chance tomorrow afternoon. So for anyone that has the scrapbooking clubs, they're actually going in the post this week. I've packed them all up ready to go. Anyone that's in Creative Card Club, those kits will be going out mid to the end of next week. So just an update on that. And then the week after, my monthly stamps club will be going in the post. So thank you everyone for hanging out with me, and I will see you all either tomorrow afternoon